Say my name. Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more D&D stuff. Maybe not the most exciting thing I can do, but yeah. Wanted to do some more because it's fun. Easy as that. But also because I want, for people that want to finish up their characters or make characters in general. If you're just, you know, want to make something, you know, try out to make a character and all that, or for the fun of it, it's free to join. And I'm actually working on a map for the big campaign I'm planning on for my Discord group in a world setting called Grandor. Grandor is actually a name on a little country me and my friends makes in Kingmaker, so that's a reference to that actually. And yeah, this is actually a really nice tool. This is Incarnate. Incarnate is this. I'm actually using the free version. I'm still working on this. You can pay like $5 a month or $25 per year. I can actually show you guys. Yeah, and as you see, you get way more assets. You can export an 8K. I don't know if that is needed, but you get up to 1,000 maps. You can have. I can only in the free version you can only make 10 maps, and that is why. Yeah. This is the world map for that setting. And yeah, the goal is for me, if I could move this around a little bit. There we go. Actually gonna start. Hello, Saba. This is yeah, this is what will happen. This is the end of Mutants and Masterminds. It's the big a world map on a D&D campaign I'm doing on my Discord. You should join there sometime if you want to. We haven't started yet, but it's gonna be with like Potato and gang. So it's gonna be chaotic, that for sure. But I've been using this little tool to make work on this map. It's a really cool tool. And then you can do like this. No, that was the wrong one. There we go. Oh, that was wrong. Delete. I have already started to fill in information about these countries. Like Celester, you can like edit. Now you get all the information I've written about Celester. And this is like the basic information that any of my players will be able to check out if they want to learn more about the countries. Yeah, I can understand that, Saba. We already tried to play twice a week. And but yeah, I'm trying to keep the RP very open and flexible because I know there's others that can't play every single time either. So it's gonna be able so you can jump in. And this is Incarnate. Incarnate is an. I'm actually using. This is the free version. And as you can see here, Celester is an. To be honest, pretty awful place to be. If you're not human, of course. If you're anything else, you're pretty fucked. And yeah, you can literally do all of like big things, like mask tools. We can add raisins of cringe. Indeed, Celester is a nation literally built on a very strong sense of we are the good guys. But anything that is not humans are kind of like, well, they are not humans. Why should they have the same right? Imagine Illorath, but even worse. They are literally like, you know, taking like, oh yeah, orcs, goblins. They are literally If they're seen... Yeah, Demacia is also perfect, actually. Though, instead of, like, anti-magic, they are more like anti-everything that is not humans. Elves and dwarves and gnomes, they're okay. They still get prejudice against, but orcs, goblins, you know, they're getting stabbed in the head as soon as they get in there. If not working in the salt mines, they are a very pleasant place. Not. Yeah, so Celester is like that. Kelmer is more like... this is... system is Pathfinder. I'm using the same we do. Pathfinder 2nd edition. Potato have done an Barbarian Potato Leshy. Vodka is playing an Fighter Dampier. That is what I know about so far. So yeah, so I'm literally working, making, and for people that have, if they have any questions for the setting we're gonna play, should make some archetype feeds for different regions like that. Oh, that I honestly haven't thought about that, but that is actually a really good idea. I'm gonna try to do that, some archetype and feats for different regions, definitely. Yeah, because that would be pretty sick, man. So yeah, so far I haven't written so much yet. I started yesterday, rediscovered this tool, because as I said, this is the free version, so I only have these free stamps. But if you have the subscription, you see you get a lot of more. You got lots of more stuff, and that is only fantasy world. What do we have here? Okay, yeah, I need access. That's a little bit, but. If you really feel like it, you get a lot for it. So I'm using the basic free version right now because I want to get used to this before I even think on sinking money to it. But I like it. Very versatile. You can do a lot, and you can get an idea how it works. And how every region can... Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm gonna go for doing something like that, especially about these countries right now, because it's where Grim Dawn is where the first RP will take place. It's pretty much a mercenary haven, where it's literally ruled by no real royalty, but 10 mercenary lords that then sell their service to like every country around, like ba 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 ba. So it is pretty basic idea that the group will start there in a mercenary corp. So it's easy to like, okay, yeah, this is why everyone have a weird thing going on. Yeah, they have a really, really big military power, the Grim Dawn. They are literally a military people. Celester is pretty big, actually, because this is an old history about this region here was an orc nation, a massive orc nation that was like very like prosperous. They were very forward thinking. They had like peace, and you know, they were actually like not how we imagine orcs in general, like violent thugs or something like that. But you know, Celester were like, you know what? We don't like orcs because they're not humans, and literally just obliterated the orc nation. And then they have literally scattered around in small tribes all over the world. And hey, Vodka, welcome! I have summoned thee. And yeah, Celester is not very poggers. They are major assholes. They have also very strong, like, lawful, good, only gods. If you have... But you know what? I'm praying to this, like, slightly off lawful, extreme good. You get axed. Just remember I've done little Renault. There's no worry about that vodka. That is why I'm doing this right now. I'm doing all of this. This is like literally the world map for the setting. And you're not. Ah, man, that sucks, Aku. I think you're. I haven't written it down yet. I can do that. We're gonna do like this. Island of Death. Island of Death. The idea of the Island of Death is one reason why I imagine vodka characters come from there. Most undead, like vampires and other undead creatures, not everyone obviously, but many comes from there. Because there is a massive amount of negative energy there that somehow constantly risen people. And there are a lot of people, obviously, that have been trying to deal with it, but they realize it's really hard because it's a little island and yeah, it's a very scary place. So people more or less build a wall around the entire thing to keep everything in. Yeah. And then sometimes, occasionally, some, like a vampire, get out of there and like trying to get a new life, I guess. So yeah. Yes, that is actually it, Saba. It is inspired by that Dvarok, the nation that literally was built around a cursed place. Do you think I was born there? It is possible that either way, that you were born there, or that you were trying to get there to find the source of your curse, because some of the ancient vampire lords definitely lives there. Hence, it's also very dangerous to even go try to deal with that. Like, it used to be called... Yeah, dude, that is a really, really smart idea. I like that. Little... Probably don't make sense to anyone else except me and like Saba and my close friends, because I had this old RP called World of Kronos, and there was this nation called Dvarok that was literally a wall around a cursed land full of undeads. And that was literally the nation's only existence, to wall in everything. And hello, Tex! How is it? Welcome to the stream of... we can do it like this. A cursed island born from the negative energies of an ancient fallen god. That sounds very dramatic. I like that. Was just wondering what an acceptable age is as well. And a normal level 1 which is supposed to be over 100, but levels already... Honestly, you know what we can do, Vodka? It's okay if your character is over 100 or something like that. I don't mind if they are ancient. But the reason why they are level 1, we can write it like... that the curse he has it have affected your character in such a way that you lost your powers, aka you literally returned to level 1, so to speak, you know? Have you all fans that just write... Don't worry, Tex, that is literally what I'm doing generally. It's just that I found this tool and I like to try and use it, you know? And before the start event, for example. Yeah. Yeah, Vodka, that is actually a perfect idea, that the curse has regressed your abilities, like weaken you, you know? So that is a perfectly viable idea. So that's a good one. Cursed lands. Comes a steady stream of undead and demons. Yeah, something like that. By the time to get ready, I'll be listening to this while I do. I'll go for a vodka. And honestly, that is why I have this kind of session. You know, so we get an idea of about the characters and all that. Now wait, as Saba said, this is a powerful nation with legendary warriors named Dvarok. Was it the center of an ancient battle and became the source of evil. Evil! And that depends, Haku. You can... I don't think people could this Saturday. So maybe next one, we're trying to aim for that. When it is mostly important when you guys camp, because I'm most of the time I can if I have the energy. Is from what I remember 80, 100. Yeah, it's pretty. He's a pretty old dude. That Saturday is the one that I can't. Oh damn, dude, that's awesome though with Destiny. But we can always check with others which day is good. You know, that is why I want to hear what you guys think. Either if we play on Saturdays or Sundays or Fridays, I am usually busy because then I'm playing with Saba and my other group. So okay, I have written basic stuff there. Island of Death. Then we have the Badlands, which is literally the reason why it's called that is because it's just rocky terrain, mountain and shit. Jub and Potatoes, yeah, Jub I know can't join very often because he's in the military right now. But that is why I'm making I want to make the system very flexible because when he can, so he can actually join, and if next time he can't, his character is like, oh well, he's doing mission over there instead. Same with Saba, because he's also got a lot to do, but be able to join once in a while. And that is why I want it to be very open, flexible. Dampers aren't immortal, but age far slowly. Oh! I didn't know that actually. But I guess it do make sense. We can do that. Dampier. Ah, yeah. But what else special mentally age slow as well, reaching their teen in the 50s? The Dampire. Okay, so Dampire is like an adult at 20, so to speak, and yeah, mature is very normal, so to speak. Diamond practice magic are often on dead bloodlines, sorcerer, wizard for necromancy school, occasionally oracle or witches. Witches are awesome. Yes, adult 20, stuck paying tax of 500 years. Sucks to be a vampire? Literally? And yeah, so Grim Dawn is where our group gonna, well, generally start. Then we can change that. We're gonna, Grim Dawn. A very edgy name for a very edgy place. That's why Vampire Nobles, their text. Well, that's true, Samba. Vodka, you need to aim for being become a noble. Become a noble in time. We do like this. Celester. We got all big letters. It looked big and important. That get a bank job. Well, could always do that. And well, Kelmer is actually an big. I decided to make Kelmer as like an massive swampish with deep forests and stuff like that. And the reason why Celestar haven't been able to conquer it is because they have way too much dangerous swamps and too dangerous animals and plants that don't like Celestar. And there's actually a Leshy village there. Leshy village where I fought a potato coming from there. Get out of my... Indeed! Actually, there are orc villages there, like, get out of my swamp! Any common language? Well... Why do you make my home swamps? Well, swamps are good, I guess. Well, swamps are pretty, actually pretty neat. I don't think I would want to live there though, because I hate mosquitoes with a passion. And languages, we can check that. Language. Finisher, damn it. My super speedy internet. My internet been shitty today. Blah, 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 blah. That languages. We have all languages here. And honestly, I'm okay with going like... you can literally pick anything. As long as you think it makes sense for your character. Except obviously Druidic, since it's a secret language and only Druids are knowing it. You know? Yeah, it is Pathfinder text. Because I don't have the D&D Beyond stuff. Yeah, that is actually a very good idea, Saba. Grim Dawn is an, unlike Celestar, that is much based on human supremacy and their faith in their good gods. Grim Dawn is more like an mixed bowl of many races, because they are more about these 10 different mercenary lords that kind of like rule the world, well, the land. And they are a very big difference. Like, there are... The main one that this group is gonna be part of is called the Gold Daggers. And is led by an dwarf... former warrior that became lord in Grim Dawn, etc. So, any actually language, like... Dwarven, Elven... They are pretty good to know, actually. Honestly, they do speak Necril. I mean, to be fair, most undeads probably speak their language they used when alive. But you have also Necril, which is like the language of the dead. Lesser Death Lich, Nosferatu, Overlord, Vampire Mastermind. So, you could add Necril to your language, definitely. And then, of course, like, any of these is actually always good to have, because, as I said, Grim Dawn is a very mixed with races, because many are seeking there, especially warriors and stuff like that. Though not everyone is obviously a warrior either, it's... They still have like farm country and stuff like that. But yeah. Leodon is an, once a former massive empire in ancient past, but you know, like most empires, it kind of collapsed, and now it's just a small fracture of what it once were. Though they still have this kind of mentality, like, we were the greatest empire once, and those, you shall respect us. But yeah, they're kind of like high on their own. And then we have this little country here, Denmark. They are not very popular by Celestar. Celestar literally, they are their like arch enemies because Denmark is an actually ruled by a benevolent demon lord. An actual demon lord that came to this world, loved this world, and want to protect it. But since he's a demon, Celestar are like, whoa, we need to murder that guy. Even if he's good, per se, by all means. Celestar are like, well, doesn't matter what his intention. He's a demon. He need to die. And Denmark is like this small nation protected by strong magic against Celestar, especially. And they're pretty much there, you know. And the Demon Lord is like, I just want to do, I love this world, I want to do well with this. And they actually do hire a lot of people from Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is, since many Grim Dawn people are mercenaries, they are often hired by, nobles in Leodon, the people in Denmark and the Kelmer region. Kelmer don't really have a nobility either. They are like literally like, we can check it. A nation covered in swamps and deep forests, where the nature is the only thing more untamed than the people that lives there. Most regions within Kelmer have their own laws and rules, and some don't even have any. While the capital region is seen as a beacon of civility in the wildlands, is the rest often considered to be a dangerous wilderness. Yet there is a pride among the people for living there, and deep respect for the nature. Often more respect for nature than other people, to be honest. And there's a saying, trust a tree, not a kelp. So yeah, they are pretty wild there. I kinda like them though. And as you can see here, it's I kind of give it an image. The character traits is literally like that, you know. It's if you have any specific trait, maybe very noble, very crazy, or whatever, you know. And yeah, they are kind of cool actually. So that's Kelmer in a bit. Celestar is a nation said to be born from the will of the lawful gods, and those are they seeing themselves as the righteous justice of this world. They have strict laws and crimes are punished incredibly hard, and they have a strong beliefs in their gods. And any god that isn't considered lawful and accepted by the wise council is seen as heretical, and is greatly punished. Like, whip-papa! Hey Naya and Potato, how is it? How are you doing, Potato? Are you guys doing well? And yeah, so the population, 92% humans, some elves, gnomes, dwarves, and others. Majority of the population is humans, with a small amount, about 8%, being other races, mostly elves. While the population is about 2.5 million, is the number actually far higher, as there is a roughly estimated 1 million slaves working in different mines. Though as they aren't seen as humans, will they not be counted to the population of the Celestarians? They are assholes, literally. What? What do you mean slaves are having rights? Is that will become? Yes, Potato, it is. This is an world setting I'm working on, and I decided, you know, we can talk about this stuff, you know. Doing fairly well. It's a bit hectic at work since we're finishing a couple of projects. Ah, damn. And it's true. Days go by fast when you're busy, definitely. But I hope you get the chance to rest up as well. So we're fine bombing Celestar, that's what I mean. Well, to be honest, they are kind of like these insanely, like, extremely, like, racist assholes. So yeah, Badlands for the bad boys. The reason it's called Badlands is very simple. It's because It's succulent. It's just rock and mountains. War crimes are fun for the whole family. Indeed. In this family, in this world, we do war crimes as a hobby. And in Kelmer Potato, I even made, there is a village called the Greengrass Village. A small village mostly inhabited by leshies that somehow gathered together and created a village. They're glad to teach other people about nature, etc. And you probably... I made it a little bit because I know you made a Leshy, and I think like probably your character come from there and like went out like, I want to explore the world, and became a barbarian like, ah! There's another war crime. Well, that is true. And then we have Ranikitu, an old village with lists of... Ranikitu for Saba is a reference to Ranek and Namakitu. I am a smart dumbass. Ranek and Namakitu are mine and my cousin's character that we have in previous RP and all that. My Legends Gen is Psycho. That is what I'm worried about. I'm really concerned about that potato leshy, man. That potato leshy gonna be very, very scary. Oh god. Oh yeah, and then we have Tatsu, a small island nation at the coast of the Fire Sea. Potatoes is playing the circle. Name more. Indeed, Sab. Indeed. The only one that is there to be able to control Potato is Vodka's character. Goblin and shit. Well, that's true as well. That's true as well. Oh god. But I'm also gonna, when I'm a bit more done with this map, I'm gonna leave it so people can actually check it out for those that are just curious and want to know more about the world. The good old days of shit goblins, indeed. Oh yeah, we have the Wormtide Sea here as well, full of big ass fucking water snakes that murder people. No one likes to go by boat there. Very dangerous. And here we have Sealand, where all the men are seamen. Gonna love this. Gotta go, have D&D and tell me we are fighting a Kim... Oh, shit! That is a big-ass enemy. I hope you go well with that, Saba, and thanks for joining in, though. I wish you luck on your challenge. Are we going to Copenhagen? Well, we could be. It's not far off. Shit would solve that problem. Probably. We have Dreadmore, Icepeak Frostham, Sunao, Feng Yang, Sakuri. So I'm. This is like literally like big ass. Well, pretty big world. But at the beginning of this, we're gonna focus mostly on this area with Grim Dawn and stuff like that. Looks like England. I mean, it could... Actually, when I think about this, this character here, the big mass, it kind of looks like a big character, you know? The character of a character. See, like the... It's Potato. And hello, Fred Buzz, trying to be a scanner. Well, maybe. Trying to take over. England probably did. They probably did try to claim this. But yeah, and of course, for those that are interested in doing characters, we have we're using Pathfinder, which actually can find for free on the internet. Fantastic! Amazing, as my friend would say. And we're gonna... Oh, that was the wrong one. There we go. I'm actually playing on... I'm using a free version of this map tool. You can go pro, but I'm not doing that at the moment. I think I might have finished. Okay, but that's good. This is Pathfinder 2nd edition text. And I agree, Fred Boss, free stuff is good stuff. In Sweden we say gratis är gott, free is good, or tasty. I only have a very basic idea for the backstory, not even sure what alignment is gonna be. But yeah, if you feel like Nana need help or anything, that's why I am here. I'm just a lazy to check something. Don't worry, Potato. It's not too serious. You know, don't need to stress about it. And as long as you get an idea and find the concept of your character, and yes, Tex. Well, Pathfinder is not too crazy different from D&D, so to speak. So you're saying I should play Small Green Boy again? You know what, Nana? Just for you, I will make a frog race living in Kelmer. They're living in the ponds, a little frog people. You know? That would be something. Frog warriors! Dun, 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 jumping to battle! I think that would be pretty fun. Kermit and Potato Spring. Indeed. The Kelmer unit, we got... Let's get it. It's fun that you actually noticed that. Kelmer is literally... I took it from Kalmar. But I wrote it Kelmer. The Kalmar Union. And even more fun that the ruler of the Kelmer is literally an guild, a union. So yeah, I got inspiration from there. Yeah, indeed. Honestly, I would really like to see people join in. But as I also said, since I know people have obviously jobs, they have stuff to do, real life. Many that are... Oh man, my brain kind of like went off there, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it very easy so people can jump in and leave, or if people can't join next time, for example, that it's easy to be like, well, he's busy elsewhere, you know? So yeah, so... And even if people are new and want to try out, I'm always free for welcoming that as well. And since this is gonna be a pretty big world, definitely don't mind that people joining in and do stuff here. And of course, it will affect the world. Depending on what you do. If you're farting on a farmer, you probably won't change the world. But if you kill the Archbishop of Celester, that will definitely change a lot of things. I can say that. So that, yeah. I'm with the low roll on cook. Yeah, that was glorious. Well, to be fair, you failed your fortitude save as well, so... yeah. Pole vaulting frogman. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do like this. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. Now we are in creative mode. We're gonna make a frog race. Frog race. Now my tablet started. Go for it! And Fred Boss, you should also make a character if you want to. We call them the... Froglings. Actually, that is not too bad of a name, actually. Froglings. It's kind of cute, actually. Okay, for now, they're called Froglings. We have Froglings. Kirby frog. Bullfrogs, you say. That's something. Froglings, small, jumpy people of Kelmer. Something like that. None of Froglings! I think Froglings sounds pretty good, actually. Very basic, but kind of cute. Yeah, attach frog to anything. We attach frog to anything, and throwing the darts, it gonna land on something. And then we're gonna, let's see if we can find. I'm gonna base it on, like, let's go for goblins because they're small. Caesarlings. Small Romans. A better, simpler they are. Pretty much agree, actually. I mean, goblin, I mean. We're gonna go a bit like this. I'm a lazy ass, so I'm gonna do like this. And then we're gonna go like here. Wow, that was not what I wanted. That was highly weird. Hit points, size, language, stats. Makes visually with the character easier to read of just the name, and then you build in. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Oi. Can just mess as soon as we start naming the race. What did we? We named so far the race Froglings, and now the question is: do we want them small, like goblin small, or do we want them like medium? I could only honestly imagine like medium-sized creatures, like humans, you know. Imagine a human-sized frog coming at you. That is fucking terrifying, but also really cool, you know? And ability boost, ability flaws, let's see. Ability boosts, ability flaws. Giant frog, dude. Indeed, unless they are a variation of Kermit, when then you can make them small. Indeed. You know what? I actually love this idea of these froglings, human-sized frog people riding around on giant frogs. Dude, imagine that. These like warrior frogs riding on this massive ass bullfrog like you know, in Konosuba, the massive frogs there that always eat them up. Riding on those kind of thing, like boo boo, and they're like striking. So okay, we're gonna go medium, aka they are in human size spectrum, so to speak. Give them 8 HP as basic. The killer consists of frogmen riding giant heavy an armored frog. That would be something. Well, I mean, they're not enslaved if they do it for free. You know, I'm just saying. Common and froggish. Frogling, giant frog, super frog, indeed. Plus more languages depending on int mod. Something like that. The nobility rides the serfs, the story as old time. Indeed, indeed. Ability boost, what will their ability boost be? Like, goblins have dexterity, charisma. I think actually their hobby is to play Crusader Frog. Yet the Frogger, you know, they're trying to jump over the road but get hit by cars. That is why they became very big and strong. But you know what? I think I can imagine these people having +2 we're gonna Constitution and Constitution and Wisdom, because I imagine them very hardy. You know, they have big you know, bulky, they're surviving, but they're also very wise. And then plus a free one of choice if you're going by that. But right now, well, that is true as well. But I thought it would be too stereotypical to go with that. I imagine that the normal frogmen aren't as jumpy, but more like they're able to jump from, you know, how to say it? Instead of being dexterous jumping, they are more like able to actually jump in a swamp, you know? So they are like very endurance for that. And flaws, I can imagine charisma. I go with charisma because I imagine they can be, the people are kind of blunt, not as, you know, how to say it? Very elegant. They are swamp creatures, literally. A small, jumpy, a medium, jumpy people, Kelmer. The Froglings. So that is the basic of the race, like mechanics. Then it's if they have any specific like dark vision. I don't think. Do frogs have dark visions? For the swamp dragonflies, you know you live in high society. Indeed, indeed. Expert in all skills. Well, that is natural for frog kind. Lashing tongue is. I'm actually adding this as a specific ability that all froglings have. Has a long and powerful tongue. Can be used to grab items or strike enemies. Good question. I assume they possess night or at least good vision in dark. I'm gonna go with low light vision. Low light vision. Can see in damp places. Very grabbing, good swimmers indeed. Can have 5 feet reach and do 1d4 bludgeon damage. Use grappling. Well, yeah, I know it's feet. I hate feet as well, but that is a system they use, so I'm going with that. So that is literally the natural abilities. They have low light. Our frog feet are way too lewd, indeed. Oj då. Now I kind of vanished. There we go. I don't have much information of them yet, since we're literally making them right now, you know. So I need my chat so I can see it. Frog feet. Oh no, 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 no. That is indeed yellow card. We need some goblin feats. These are ancestral feats, literally something that is not an ability that you can naturally like train. It's more like, well, it's more natural, so to speak, for your race. I won't get there until level 5. Oh yeah, you can get that too, yeah, from different feats. Okay, we're gonna make some level 1 feats for now. So we have a few to play with. One, I imagine. I don't think Leshies have dark visions. We can check that out just for the heck of it. Ancestry. In my soul, in my house. Leshy! They are pretty cool, actually. Low light vision. Okay, you have low light vision. You can see in dim light as though it was bright light, so you ignore the concealed condition to dim light. Yeah, that as well, Nana. Though then again, I honestly think like they're pretty good as they are. Though that could definitely be a weakness that they are. Yeah, you know, we get dried out if we, you know. Yeah, that's as you said. Then they need to be hydrated. Feats. We can have for one of our things is greater tongue. That is so sexy. You have an even more powerful tongue than other of your kin. Reach is 10 feet instead, and damage increased to 1d6. So that, for example, is 1 feet. I can imagine like you have an even grabbier tongue. You have a big tongue indeed. That is the only thing happen. You have a big tongue. It doesn't do anything else. That would be sad. You can live the troll with your tongue. That would be pretty cool. Though it's more like, you know, the typical frog thing, like blip. I'm this bit strong frogling, indeed. Fred Boss, you should also make a frogling. Yeah, it's like its third arm. Yes, a very, indeed, that is a very, 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 that's it. In no bonuses, big tongue. Poison. Mucus. I don't know if this is the right spell. Ignore my misspellings. This is literally just poison sac. A. You excrete a poisonous mucus over your skin. So yeah, you shouldn't lick this one. You get yes. The problem is when you have this is that you get poisoned yourself. I'm sweating diary juice. Oh lord, no. That's horrible. Okay, so the froglings you excrete over your skin can use to coat weapons with it, or using brawl. Can fuel free shit goblins. Keep the drip, man. Keep the drip. I'm not an expert on poison things yet, so I will not write more about the poisoning yet. It's just that it's a concept that you can create poison mucus over your skin, like couple of times a day at least. Greater leap. Even among your kin, you are even jumpier. You train jumping a lot. You can. I'm already on to that. You're even jumpier. Increase jump length and distance than other frogs. Oh wait, there is a feat. I remember. Infinite character traits. I haven't started a personal description or left lost. Well, don't worry, Vodka. You go with the time and you will find what fits with your character. Guessing would be able to secret only one kind of poison. Yeah, that is actually a good idea as well. Like, different poison depends on the color of your skin. You know, like poison dart frogs and stuff like that. Oh man, what was it? Now I forgot what I was thinking of. What was I thinking on? Sticky frog, you're very sticky. Oh yeah, jump. Wait, flamboyant leap, what the fuck? Your stylish leap... Dude, potato, there it is! Your stylish leap will deliver a powerful finisher! Dude, this is perfect. We need that indeed. Fantastic leap, you launch yourself to air at foe, attempt high up. If you determine the distance, you can jump. Powerful leap, is that it? What I was thinking of? And increase the distance you can jump horizontal. Yeah, this is one that I'm gonna go by. Yeah, I don't know if I can walk on walls in... I don't think you can, Vodka. I don't think Dampier has that. The most fabulous kind of leap. But yeah, I don't think you have that ability in... Okay, yeah, they have different setting here. So sadly you don't have that. But I think you maybe can learn that as a magic or something. Your skin is colorful, you can't stealth, but you become fab. 90 plus charisma. That is something actually. That would be something. So yeah. Let's see, that was not the right fold. There we go. So, Greater Leap allows you to make bigger jump and all of that. Honestly, I think Great Jump, you get, what the fuck was it called? Powerful Leap feat as well. Get Powerful Leap. So yeah, so you get that feat. Well, at least I don't have multiclass to go off. Yeah, that is true. And also, multiclassing in Pathfinder 2 is so much easier, so much better. It's actually worth to do it, because in Pathfinder 1, if you made like, oh yeah, you wanted to multiclass and then suddenly like you needed to spend levels on a certain other class, you would never get the true power of your class because you couldn't be like the max level. Instead they have it like this. For example, we're gonna do like this. And it's better to figure out what again. Yeah. Where did classes? There we go. For example, you're a fighter. At level 2, you can only take one at level 2. You have the fighter feat. Instead of taking a fighter feat, you can take an archetype. You see here, multiclasses. For example, we can take sorcerer. At level 2, as you see here, feat 2, you get a sorcerer dedication. Choose a bloodline. You become trained in the bloodlines. 2 skills for each of these skills. So you became like... so yeah, so you get like basic things from sorcerer, for example. But you won't be as powerful as a pure sorcerer, obviously. But you get lots of ideas. Like my rogue... I can't pick her up here. For some reason, the image of my character starts to form. The most fabulous... Dude, honestly, that sounds actually really cool. I'm all for that, Nana. And that is how it should be, you know? The inspiration comes, you know? And, yeah, let's see. Cetra. Oh, God. Ari? Hello, Alexei. Can't miss D&D. Ah, I'm happy for you to join here. We're talking Pathfinder 2. Man, dude, it would be fun if you could join sometime. You know? But yeah, my rogue, Cetra, she's level 8 now. Stealth of brightest pink guy in the... Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. Hello there, very warlord. But yes, Cetra has... is a rogue. Oh no, that kind of move there. Cetra is a rogue, but I have picked a witch dedication, so she get a few spells she can use like a witch, and she get a familiar. But She won't have as strong as if you were the class witch, but for her sake, it's a very nice thing because she gets a lot of like versatility, like a few extra spells, you know, to her kit. And it fits a robe because she become like this orc shaman for her people now, since her mother died in the latest session. I can only think of a potato brandishing a tiny butter knife. Oh my god, that's gotta be amazing, dude. Potato leshy. But yeah, so this is my really buff ass. Wait, dumb. So my AP for a fighter, you get. We went with Ancestries, Human. You get 8 HP from this. Since there is no damper. Yeah, there is also your race HP. So you get 8 HP plus your 10 from your class and con mod, but you don't double it. So you have like 14 plus 8, 22. Oh, well, I just got... You got a name? Yeah, come... Here come the frog. I'm tankier than that. Well, barbarians get 12. They get a lot of HP because they don't carry like armor or shit. Yeah, that is a pretty good start. Then there are Relnoric person join is pronounced join. In English, it took a while for me to learn too. Foreign letters, like that is true. Join is pronounced join in. Ah man, English is just crazy, man. Why English? We should just speak Swedish chef or something. I made of roots, dude. I don't need armor. Well, that's true. That's true. Have more HP and take more damage. Fight is right. Yeah. Barbarians in general are very like deal a lot of damage and then they take quite a bit of damage as well. You know. And all of that. Yeah. Well, a fighter is literally like they are compensating with like lots of armor and skill. You know. For example, expert. You're at the beginning, level 1, you're expert in simple weapons and martial weapons, man. That'll be over the big. Well, a potato, how do you think a potato will die? You're literally ending up like on McDonald's. Ah, here's a the French fries. Gonna be. We talk about recipe therapy. Oh god, I'm terrible. Sorry. So question: I'm planning on making an extremely weak and fragile character, but a good mage summoner. So can level 1 have some? I think you can. Yes, Alexei. As an, I'm gonna check. For example, you could be a witch. Witch are like. Very frail. They use they have a familiar, for example. So you literally have your patron has sent you a familiar, a mystical creature that teaches you and facilitates your spells. And the familiar can be very different. Like you can have all sorts of weird animals, and then you can have like certain spells that can summon. You know, summon. Well, that is true. I did that very... and you did it perfectly. Hortbork, derp, derp. Let's see. For example, if you're arcane, level 1... yeah, you can summon... you can summon Construct at level 1. Animated Broom. Hey! Speaking Swedish chef is easy. You just need to smash your... True. In before rolls 18 in strength. Oh man. You're scary. But yeah, Alex, you could be a wizard, for example, with This works like summon animal, except you summon a common creature that has a construct trait. An animated broom. Oh yes, I know the poodle bird. It's a bird that looks literally like it's fucking this glorious creature. It's like the most derpiest shit. That just looks evil though. I will say that looks freaking evil. And then you have this. The most derpiest shit ever. I love it. Oh, that was the Discord. Then what happens if I get above Adam's stat? The most expensive bird. The most expensive, indeed. That it is. As about stats, Vodka. You can only have 18 at level 1. Yeah, it's caps at 1. So if you get +2 and you have 17, it turns to 18. However, at level 5, and level 5, 10, 15, and 20, you get ability boosts. And those boosts you can go over 18. But it's only then. And until then, though, you can only have 18. So if you have 17 and get +2, you get only 18 right now. Alright, so next point. Where's it? Yeah. So if you want to min-maxing, you can switch around. Like if you have a 16, put it there instead, so you don't waste that number. I will not blame you for doing that, because I do that at times myself. I'm gonna say, can look cute, confuse evil mob. True. That is true, Warlord. I mean, Cetra here, she literally had like 80. I got like very good stats, and then I literally like rolled. As you see, since I'm level 8, we got an ability boost. My stat was. Ow, I see. But that is some really good stats, though. Definitely very good. So, but that will happen, and when you get an ability boost at level 5, you get 2 points. You get, I'm actually better to show it. Ability boost at level 5, and every 5 levels after, you boost 4 different ability scores. Okay, you can boost 4 of the 6 stats. You have abilities, strength, dexterity, whatever. You can use the ability boost to increase your ability score above 18. Boost an ability score increased by 1 if it's already 18 or above, or 2 if it's below. So, if you have a stat on 15, you get +2. If it's 18, you get +1. You remember it? Sadly, you can't do that, Vodka. You need to spend them on 4 different stats. So you can't, sadly, max out, like, insanity, sadly. So, yeah. Yeah, it is sad. Damn, there goes my 30 yes. I'm pretty sure they planned, like, yeah, we probably should make sure so that, like, a vodka or people don't do that. That is why Cetra have 19 in strength, dexterity, and intelligence, because she had 18 in those. And so I set 1 point in each of these, and 2 on constitution, so I have 17. She is a very buff rogue, I'm just saying. And she speaks a shit ton of languages as well. Orcish, Common, Jotun, Goblin, Daemon. She speaks a lot of shit, man. But yeah, so that is... I'm thinking a scientist mage, obsessed with the mystery of life in any form. Elemental. Oh! And base summons as 6. That is actually a very good idea. And there is a class that is not here on Pathfinder yet. And that is Engineer. They are literally like tech wizards that do all sorts of technical creation stuff like that. But I could see or you could be an alchemist, Alexei. And someone remind me how exactly roll. Yes, as Potato said, you roll 4d6, remove the lowest, and keep the 3 higher dice. And then you place out where you feel like, yeah. But yeah, for example, alchemists are a really cool class actually, because they are kind of like creating different potions and roll. Yeah, you can roll if you have this. You can literally click roll, ba 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 boom. Getting good stats here actually. Holy shit. 16, 16, 14, 15. Damn, this was good stats. What? Cry? This is good. And then you add like your ability modifier, so you can literally take these and place them where you want to. It's gonna be a bit unstable though, like experience on party member or their pets. On the road to mad scientist. Ah, yeah. Thankfully, the secretary blessed me with a high con. Though, if you want to, Vodka, you can move these stats around. Even if you roll like this, you can move around. I'll give you permission to do that. So, you don't need to be like, oh no, you got low constitution. Imagine getting 1, 1, 1. You can't technically get 1, but you can get as low as 3. You know, if you roll just once. So 3 is the lowest you can get. And Alex, talking about a crazy mad scientist, I have a goblin alchemist merchant. He's literally like rolling, doing all this kind of shady stuff. He literally in the country making drugs that he sells to people, and he do sell like anti-addiction meds as well for people that want to get rid of their addictions of the drugs he makes. He's literally an asshole that is just in for the money. And he's like selling drugs and stuff like that. Roll was perfect. About 10 on literally everything but con was basically the same as my... Well, that is perfect though, that vodka. Can roll... Bah. Bah. Oh my god. 16, 15, 16, 12, 15... Dude, what the heck is this for a monster roll? My fucking lord. This is god tier shit. My god. That is stacked. God damn. But yeah, honestly, I also want... when you make your characters and all that, don't be afraid to try different or being thinking outside of the box. I mean, certainly there are rules, but I'm not afraid to like adapt them a bit if you have like a really cool concept that you want to try out. Hope I can catch up when I return. That for sure, Alexei. Seriously, go for it, and hopefully you can join as well, because it would be fun, you know. Because that's what we are about. I like... Well, that is true, Potato. For you literally think and jump out of the box and then break the box. I think inside the circles. Well, that's true too. That for sure. There's no sight more beautiful to you than a strange brew bubbling in a beaker, and you consume your ingenious elixir with abandon. So yeah, alchemists are really cool because they literally can do something like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you know, like, and like, roar, or make bombs and stuff like that. Potato's playing 5D multi-dimensional chess with his... Indeed. Indeed. I need to go, but my cat won't get up from me. Now well, that is the sad, awful truth. If you get stuck, if a cat sleeps on you, by law you can't move from it. You know, it's the sad truth about things. You know. Let's check it a little bit. But yeah. So it's just the goal in my campaign in general is to have fun, you know. Obviously, without that, people ruin it for everyone else. Just trying to grab my own. Yeah, that is easy to happen, you know. I know myself, but that is why it's very good to have like different, you know, being able to talk. I hope I get back in time, but I don't. And see you later, Potato, indeed. When it is done. Yeah, I will give you guys access so you can check this out. And, for example, Vodka, what can your character... see you later, Potato. See you later. Have a good time. Have a good time! For example, your character... Finish my stat roll. 16 strength. Damn. 11 dex, 9 con, 13, 7 whiz, and that is pretty good though. And then, as a frog, that was the Discord. That was the wrong one. Again, there we go. I came after a message about vodka. Looks strange. Hello, DeLong. How is it? Yeah. Frog. Then you... Sadly, you get... I'm happy to hear that, DeLong. I'm happy you're doing good. Then you get +2 and +2 in Constitution and Wisdom, Nana. But sadly, you get -2 in Charisma. But that we can probably get better from different jobs, you know. Yeah, they're pretty good. You know. Sadly, his wisdom is the lowest, and he got plus in that. Feels a little bit bad, to be honest. But yeah, for example, Vodka, Island of Death. I'm not observe what I should be probably best for the can. Well, to be honest, that is nothing to actually worry about, you know. Even if Twitch is crazy. Hope it works. For example, maybe not min-maxing, so to say, but you know what? As long as you're playing the character you want, that is most important. You know? Pure for RP. But that is absolutely fine, Nana. And that's how it should be. Either if you want to min-max or doing just purely what you feel like. Man, charismatic frog. Here we go. But yeah, for example, Vodka, we can have the blood curse your character have. Stream is dead. What? No! Damn you, Twitch! For example, Vodka, your character's curse most likely come from a vampire lord living on Island of Death. So you have that in your like probably reason why your character tried to get there and get to deal with the Lord Karasov. Yes, that's true. Lord Karasov lives there, but you were like now you're way too weak because of the curse. And because of that, you lost the strength you had in the time. And it works not long. I'm happy for that. And That is why now you are in Grim Dawn, because you seek to find either a way to regain your strength, or just in general like get stronger all over again, while you have this blood thirst lingering in your veins. So even if Grim Dawn is very open with like with everything about you're all welcome, all sorts of races, undeads are still very like frowned upon, because they're like a little bit like sus. So I can imagine like your character often try to hide the fact that he's a Dhampir, you know? Because the curse background comes in its work. I'm terrible sorry for that. I'm not very good at writing. But as it is, the curse is now. You always have it in you, but it is just recently that it's activated, so to say. That is why you're weaker, aka you get level 1 and you get this bloodthirst thing going on. I thought D&D was playing on some paper. Well, D&D has evolved. Actually, I did write a lot of stuff like this in the past on paper. But thanks today, we have, so you can do maps and stuff like that. We have sites we can check on the wiki. Oh, okay. Internet is the new... Well, that's true now. Now it's 20 course of anything is already... Don't worry, DeLong. To be honest, I would never have found this myself if it wasn't for Saba, my friend, showing this to me. I'm really like, oh, that's cool. That's fancy. And we can do like this. Edit. Lord Karasov. Gonna write a little bit about Lord Karasov. aka the one of the strongest old vampire lords on Island of Death. I'm a zoomer, but I still think games like they don't play on paper. Now I don't have one here, but back in it when I could, and the curse is in his bloodline, or am I under? You can either way be unrelated to him, or related how you feel like fits with your character. Because Lord Karasov definitely had his own wives and stuff like that, you know, or concubines, you know. So you could easily be an offspring of him. And as I was gonna say, DeLong, I still actually, when we're playing together, we have paper and stuff like that. But since most of my friends now live very far away, and especially you guys, like Vodka Potato and everyone, living far in different countries, this is the best way, you know, having everything on computer and internet and all that. And have fathered many children, have become vampires. It's only the second time I'm playing DnD and the green boy already. Need to embrace it. Indeed. Embrace the green. I've seen on YouTube where people put the camera on a long table, 8 people gather them. Yeah, that's you can do as well. But sadly, since we're all living very far away and stuff like that, we instead, you know, we play through Discord. Yeah, in some kind of tournament. That was how me and my friends played when we were in school. You know, we literally gathered like from 4 to 6 people around the table, paper and pen, books and all of that. But as we became adults, you know, it is not easy. Yeah, that is how I can imagine it. That and found many children that have become vampires. I'm gonna work out more. This is just very basic stuff. But yes, so your character is a descendant, a child of Lord Karasov. Maybe your character knows about it, because not everyone obviously knows this, because many of his concubines are literally women he had kidnapped. Some escaping, some giving birth and hiding the children, etc. from him, etc. He's a very unpleasant dude, that he is. Floss, loss, meat. So yeah, very bad dude. Maybe because I'm descendant from Carousel, that's why I have high con strength since he's a vampire lord. Yeah, that is an actually perfect concept, that because of the vampire blood from Lord Karasov running in your veins, you're blessed or cursed with that physical trait. And all these folks talking about frog make me hungry. Well, that is as it should be then, Nana. Get yourself something good to eat. And yeah, so most will now in the beginning obviously take place in Grimdawn, where most of your characters are working as mercenaries at the moment. Not a permanent job, but it's a job nonetheless. And I'm gonna write out a little bit more about Lord Karasov, about Kelmer and the Froglings, etc. So Nana can get more info for his froggy people. You know? I think it can be fun, you know? Especially if anyone else want to join, like if DeLong want to join, or anyone else. Like I know Alex talked about his wizard scientist. I think that can be really fun. And it's just, as I said, and as you see, I have done so many characters. My God, I like to make characters. Yeah, it is, and especially if, as I said, this is I'm trying to build it so if you can join one time and maybe next time you can't, it won't hurt you. So I will allow people to come and go. I may have too much fun to make. What? What kind of character you making, Tex? If I were there, well, to be honest, DeLong, that would be about me as well. I would have very bad intelligence, like, I'm brain damaged. Ooh, a Gobo Alchemist? Dude, high five, brother. I have my own Gobo Alchemist. Where the fuck is he? Alchemist Herbert. Herbert, he's kind of fun, because Herbert Gobstain, he's actually married with a gnome. And they have, how many kids did he and that gnome have? They have, what the fuck, how many kids did he have? Ah, 12 kids. He's married to a gnome named Bricka, and they have 12 kids together. Some weird ass hybrids of gnome and goblins. Horrible stuff. But they love each other. And Gobo is goblin, yes. Gobo is like a slang name. And then I watched such a cartoon, Invincible. I don't think Invincible. It sounds familiar. A very familiar. You went? Yeah, I did. I went Chirurga because the reason was because we needed a healer in the party, so I went like more healer build. And he's a Razor Tooth Goblin. So he have like super sharp teeth. So he can gnaw. You know? Very, very fun. He actually save all his teeth he lose and put them in a bomb so he can make shrapnel of his own teeth. Yeah. Goblins aren't very charming, but they're pretty fun. I'm having Vlad try to blend in, but he's goddamn big and obvious vampire looking. But as I realize, I think he's doing good. Ah, man. I love the idea of that. That he actually think like, yes, nobody know I'm standing out. But do you know how to identify Russian? He only puts at the end of the message. Yeah, I know Alex, they do that at times. I don't know why. I assume it's something with the keyboard, right? Because you switch between Cyrillic and dumb English, so to speak. You know? English is a dumb language, man. I don't know why I'm trying. I used to do it a lot when I was young. Yeah, is it because you're switching between the different languages? Smart Goblin, indeed, Fred. He's a big brain goblin. Big brain. Cetra is also... Cetra is actually something like a smile apparent emoji with credit for more. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty neat. Anyway, it was when I was 5 or something. But yeah, Cetra is actually one of my favorite characters I've done. She is an... well, a ruffian racket rogue. So she's, instead of like this sneaky, stealthy, she's actually massive. And as you can see, very strong and agile and intelligent. And the funny thing is, because of all this, she literally have all proficiencies in all skills. Crazy as. Rogues get so many skills. And... she is 223 centimeters. She is really, really big. And I think it's pretty fun because that is not what you expect of an rogue. And then she's an orc rogue. Big as fuck and still manages to be stealthy as heck. It's really fun to be like, you know, instead of a small, stealthy looking character, this ass bitch is like just popping up here like, oh! Really fun stuff. And that is why it's so fun to make different unique characters. My brother actually plays an elf barbarian. He's an elf barbarian noble that turns into a bear-like creature when raging. And that is like 10-50 kill from the curse, so now he's like 290 someone get him oh my shit. Damn. That is a big chunker dude there. So he's like very thin. He's a slender man. Don't give him a sandwich since the curse makes it taste like ash. Yeah, that feels bad, man. And you know, this is no matter how terrible a player you are in terms of skill, there was always an idiot when entering the server forgot how to breathe and dies. Well, that is true. That always happens. That is also though funny. My friend made a dwarf ranger, which is also really funny because you know dwarves are not famous to be like forest people, but he is. There's always someone dumber. True. And yes, barbarian bear elf. He is an as well of an background noble. So he has a noble background, like from a noble family. And he's an asshole. But he is really fun at the same time. So he's a barbaric elf noble. Very odd, but yeah. That's a cool character. Elf barbarian seems so contradictory but so neat. Yeah, that is the thing that is so fun, you know, to just go and do different, you know. Instead of all elves are like wizards or like Legolas, you know. You have this, my brother's fucking elf, running in, raging and ripping things apart with claws and biting and ripping up like people. Like, it's insane. Alcoholic werebear. That would be something. I like the idea of that. Alcoholic werebear. But yeah, and then you actually have an dwarf ranger, which is really fun. As I said, like literally a big a thick dwarf running around in the forest, like instead of in the mountains and stuff like that. And he rides around on big wolves you have tamed, stuff like that. It is fun to like see people, you know, trying a bit different. And I mean, we have vodka with his dampier. That is pretty cool. I haven't played a dampier myself. The closest thing I played as a dampier is an sorcerer in Pathfinder 1. That was a sorcerer with undead bloodline. So he had like undead spells, and he became more like looking like an undead at the end. Like, and welcome back, Nana. Welcome back. I was watching a lot of Castlevania when I made Blood. I mean, that is, you know, it happened. And honestly, stuff like that are massive inspiration for me as well, you know. Lots of stuff, animes, movies, books have inspired me. And yeah, that is, you know, great with all the inspiration you can get, you know. I mean, many ideas and stuff like that, getting from, you take inspiration from other, like, shows and stuff like that. And that is absolutely fine, you know. That is actually the best thing. You know, getting that inspiration. I once started to play something similar to DnD on the internet. They kicked me out because I have too idiotic fantasy. I immersed myself in fantasy too much and forgot that I was playing. I was eventually kicked out. There in text. Don't worry, DeLong. And I don't know how it can be a problem with that. I think that's just great if you can immerse yourself in your character and all that, you know? Either if you're feeling like you're not very good at it, I mean, it's something that we learn, you know? Media concern when we create stuff. Yeah, definitely. Based on the... yeah, seriously, go for it, you know? Inspiration is there for the taking. Actually, when I was in school, I was going graphic media line, aka doing like, well, as like this, you know, lots of graphic design stuff. I just imagine how I ate people and I didn't care. Oh my lord, we need to get you some McDonald's, some good McDonald's to eat. But yeah, my teacher there in graphic design said, always seek and look for inspirations. Take these inspirations and build from them, you know? That was so important. There's no McDonald's in my city. No! Oh no! Do we have Burger King or something? Well, to be honest, we have one McDonald's in my town. Though it's outside of town for some dumbass reason. But yeah, so it is really, really valid to get inspirations from lots of stuff, you know? Actually, fun fact, as I said... No McDonald's, Burger King, no KFC. What? Are you... Is that even a city then? Oh god. But yeah, not even KFP here. Can Kiara fried Phoenix? But yeah, like as mentioned earlier, Island of Death is actually inspired by an old... I got it right! inspired by something I made many years ago. And them themselves, that country Dvarok, was inspired by like Spartans. Spartans living on a wall around the entire nation, you know? And that is what I'm probably gonna go with here as well. There's people living on big walls around the entire freaking lake. I live in the... Well, we don't have an option to go out to eat. We don't even have a store. What? Damn. That sucks. And I mean, I know my place is... We don't have much here, actually. It's very limited in what we have for options. But we still have a few pizzerias and stuff like that. And there are good pizzas here. Maybe not the world's best, as I have eaten. But good enough. But yeah, so we're gonna work more on this. Oh my god, I realize I have so much other places too. I haven't even named this country yet. I need to do that. Oblivion awaits. But yeah, but I'm thinking of cutting the stream for now, and I will be back. I will upload this map for people to check out more on, and I will fill it as we go. And all that, so yeah. And if there are any questions, you can always write in Discord. I will try to help there as much as I can as well. Either if you have any ideas or if you need help with character or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna take it there. So thank all of you for joining today, and see you next time. Thank you all for joining.